So I would say that we're not just like, a live learning event, but we are basically trendsetters in the world of pain. Yes, hello, I'm Tim, and what do I do? I've been gardening this morning and getting sweaty. I am a physio who struggles to identify with being a physio, maybe. Yeah, that's a good start, I guess, isn't it? and interested in pain. I would say I'm a bit geeky about pain. So a part of setting up the pub along with Steph Poulton and originally with Danny Armitage was as a way of us learning from others, getting together, networking. But yeah, being a bit selfish about it was basically to invite people we wanted to listen to come and talk, so we could get to know them and broaden our understanding as well. So Le Pub originally was a sort of a concept of collaboration and networking and hoping to learn basically from others. And really the important thing for us was to do it in such a way that we were comfortable. It didn't feel like you were losing valuable time out of your social diary, or that it was valuable time in your social diary. And so it was important. It was in a really comfortable environment, and obviously with the British penchant for boozing after work, it was inevitable that we needed to choose a pub. So yeah, that's where Le Pub came from, and it's a really interesting sort of evolution, I suppose, how things have changed over a period of time. To begin with, we wanted it to be quite a free and easy event, and we wanted to have pain-related goodies involved in it. So I remember serving pain au chocolat on the first event, which was I don't know, it might have been lost on a few people, but pain au chocolat and a pint was basically how things sort of started off. And in London, London's so vast, we had to find different venues. So we've been to some really cool venues. We were in probably one of the trendiest bars in Shoreditch, in the underground of Jaguar Shoes for a few events, which was just like height of coolness about, 6-7 years ago. So I would say that we're not just like, a live learning event, but we are basically trendsetters in the world of pain. So and then so the events have evolved, and they've evolved in such a way where we get regular people coming to events, which is brilliant, and we get a number of past speakers coming back to listen as well. So it feels like that validates our decision to design an event that allowed us to learn and network, and we've built a really lovely community, actually, not just in London, but mostly in the southeast of England. And the type of people that we've had come and speak has varied hugely. So we've heard from a coach, we've had psychologists, we've had physiotherapists, researchers, philosophers. We've had sessions where we've literally been doing a mindfulness practice and considering our empathy skills with our patients. We've been doing Feldenkrais and learning how to be mindful of your body as you're moving. We've had debates as well. And the interesting thing about a pain debate is once you've had a pint or two, people are much more comfortable asking questions that they might sit on and then leave. So it's a lovely event that it feels more natural. It feels more natural for you as a presenter. So people are quite comfortable in that environment presenting. It's lovely seeing the reaction of a presenter where you say, would you like a glass of wine or a beer whilst you're talking? And most people are like, no, I couldn't possibly do that. And then you sure? Because everybody else is having one. So it's lovely seeing them sort of lighten up as well. And the feedback from people is that it's a really exciting way of disseminating information and meeting people, and often it's a good way of being interrogated in a kind way. So if you are a researcher or you're trying to flesh out some ideas, there are some very good questions, some really probing, interesting, different questions that are asked. And I think, not just because people are intelligent who are coming along, but because you get such a variety of backgrounds. So we've had some really interesting people. We've had interior designers. We have obviously people just interested because they're in pain coming along. But we've had a professional storyteller come along, and we have people therefore asking questions that you wouldn't traditionally hear or expect in a more sort of rigid environment. So yeah, Le Pub. So yeah, that's a little bit about Le Pub and where I'm at with that. So it's really exciting seeing it coming over to Amsterdam. And my experience of presenting in Amsterdam last was just brilliant. You have to think out of the box when you're doing Le Pub. And I remember I had to teach the next day. And I remember coming out of a really cool craft brewery. We'd been in a really funky room. There was lots of energy, good debates, and then came out, and then there was the red light district in front of me. Obviously, the windows, the ladies selling their wares, and a man vomiting. I'm guessing he was an English person who'd probably just gone a little bit too far with his evening. So yeah, Le Pub it's got so much to offer, I'm really excited with where it might go, and yeah, it would be nice to sort of pull more people in and get them excited about where things are going as well. So yeah, it's a sort of event. You can learn things online. It's great to learn things online, and obviously not everybody can access the event, but being there with the person, being able to question them and hear the questions as well, and just experience the environment is good. Yeah. Or be part of the experiment as well. So with Morton Ho recently, people had their hands in cold water bars and clamps all over their cells, and yeah, it was some really cool, some cool experiments going on, and we hope to do a lot more of that as well. So some live experiments would be really good, really good to have as part of the evening, because you read about the research and you do your best to understand it, and you might have watched a video or you may have seen it, but actually feeling it, experiencing it is much more valuable. So yeah, that's a bit about the pub. It's valuable that we share the same principles and the same ethos, and to me that is live learning. It's health related, but with a slant on pain or health and health and well-being. I don't think we need to, I don't think it would be healthy to only concentrate on pain, and therefore, so the events in London and Amsterdam share the same principles. They share the same principles in the environment as well, which is important, and share the same speakers as well. So some of the speakers are the same, aren't they? So I think the general idea of Le Pub is shared. There are some differences. But the differences, that the differences probably relate to where you are environmentally, as opposed to the difference in the event. So, if we change a location, I'm sure the feel of Le Pub will change with it, as it has done in the past. So, that's how I would see things changing. And the type of people who are coming to the event at the moment in Amsterdam, perhaps because we've had that much longer to build up a awareness, perhaps we have slightly more variety of attendee. So yeah, maybe the debates or the questions might be slightly different as a result of that. But on the whole, the events are very, very similar. Yeah, as you know, you've obviously attended both, haven't you? See you later. Bye.
Bye.